Hi Libra, and thank you for joining me for the second reading. I'm reading for the mid-month in February, and I hope you guys are having a good month. This mid-month, there's a lot going on, so I thought I would do a mid-month video for you guys because there's just so much to talk about. There is Valentine's Day on the 14th. In the second part of the video, I'll do a reading for your love life with the heart spread. And then right now I will do a reading for you guys for just the general energies. There's an eclipse that's happening in the mid-month on February 15th. We have an eclipse in Aquarius, and so that affects your area of life that has to do with romance and relationships. It's a huge change. Eclipses bring things in. They eclipse things in. So it's important to bring that in mind. And this reading is for you if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So basically this is the spread that I read for you guys in the first February reading. And I also did an astrology overview, so go check out that video in the Libra 2018 playlist. That's linked down below if you want more details on what's going on. But for the purpose of catching you guys up as to what's going on, let me tell you that you got three aces. One Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. So those three aces really mean success coming into your life. And what's more kind of like a proof of success is that the star is here. And so the star represents a time when you also are moving into success, prosperity, opportunity, the right types of relationships. On a personal level, you'll be making a very decisive or important decision at this time, making a huge decision about which way your life is going to go. For so many different changes that are happening in your life, you have a very low-key kind of card. You're keeping your eye on the prize, keeping pedal to the metal, working hard. And we have the Three of Pentacles here, so really applying your skills in order to have a certain type of outcome. You have a lot of planets in the 6th house, so the focus of that energy has to do with applying yourself and working hard in the details in the day-to-day. Some people would call that mundane, but for some, it's just a necessary step. By the end of the month, you're ready to move forward on an idea. There's a second full moon on March 1st in Virgo, which is in your 12th house. However, that 12th house moon is an aspect to your money house in the sextile. And so that is creating a opportunity or thinking about what are the physical or financial manifestations of your spiritual inclination. So like based on how you are spiritually feeling about things, how are you going to make that practical and tangible? Okay, so this is the Usi deck, by the way. If you want to know more about it, go to the first Libra video. Okay, so let's take a look at your spread for the month. For the mid-month, and in the mid-month there's a couple different things that are going on that are important, namely Valentine's Day, so we'll do a separate spread for that at the end of the video, the heart-shaped spread. In the meantime, let's do a reading for the eclipse and the new year in China, and many lunar calendar countries follow this new year. It's the year of the dog that's beginning. And we don't wish Happy New Year until after that happens. That's a Chinese tradition. You don't wish good luck until, or Happy New Year until after that. So let me refrain from that. But suffice it to say, it's a year of the dog, which is a yang energy. So yang, masculine energy year. And there's lots of pluses and minuses. It affects every person differently. Chinese astrology is very specific. And so it actually boils down to the minute you were born as well, just like Western. And I really encourage you to read up on it, but it's very hard to speak about in general because there's so many details which are really quite wonderful. I encourage you to take a look at that. The new year is on February 16th, coinciding with the eclipse, okay? And like I said, the eclipse is in your 5th house. So it's in the house of relationships. So for you, you're having a super kind of relationship oriented month. Let's take a look at your cards and see what they have to say. So your first card is the Five of Swords, Five of Air. You've had this energy a few times. You had the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles in the reading for the whole month. So I feel like this energy continues. It's somewhat unstable, but maybe that's that instability is coming from the fact that you are working towards your goals and trying to manifest certain things. The next card that I have for you guys is the Ten of Air. So this card represents an end to a situation. Now that end to a situation could coincide with the end of friendship that you had experienced at the end of January. So there would have been a huge change with regard to your friends around the eclipse, the first lunar eclipse, the full moon eclipse on January 31st in Aquarius, which is in Leo, which is in your 11th house. Let's see the next card. So then we have the Temperance card. Now this came up in your first reading, if you recall, and so this was the card that you were showing to the world. This was what you were conveying, that you're working through the issues, finding common ground with people, finding a common ground solution to the problems that are before you. Next we have the Two of Air, a decision between two different options, not knowing which one is the better option, but trying to work your way through. The next message is the Queen of Fire, a Leo, Sag, or Aries woman. Someone who's a huge influence on you is taking part in your life at this time. It's not the first time that I've seen this come through in the February reading, so I feel as though the fire energy is very active this month. This might have to do with the full moon eclipse that happened in Leo on January 31st. Also, Mars is in Sagittarius. That also gives us a really strong fire energy. However, the majority of the planets this month will be shifting between Aquarius, an air sign, and Pisces, a water sign. So the energy should be to do with air. That's why you're getting so many swords and stuff that has to do with that Aquarian transit, and as well as the new moon eclipse that happens in the middle of the month. At the center of the reading you have the Emperor. So what we're talking about is maybe there's a real indecision or a breakdown of relationships between yourself and your husband, or some type of pillar of authority in your life. But this could be something that's a necessary step in order to gain more strength for whatever purpose you see as important for you. I feel it's important to let things go from the past, because the things that are beginning are quite beautiful for you. One of the big channeled messages that I got for you already has to do with relaxing and not worrying so much about things not working out. I think that essentially things are going to work out and things are going to be fine and you're going to do okay, provided that you are patient with the energy, that you see things through, and that you pursue the right kind of relationships, including healthful, positive ones, uplifting ones. That's where you need to be really focused on. In fact, a new relationship should begin for you right in the middle of the month, around the 15th with the eclipse. Now, if you're already in an established relationship, that's not necessarily has to be a romantic one, but it is a passionate one nonetheless. It is in the 5th house, so this is to do with people that you feel very good about, excited about. Furthermore, the eclipse is in a location close to the South Node. The South Node always is an area where you're releasing things, releasing the past, your karma, as some people say. So this new relationship could be actually helping you through, and that's why we have the Ten of Swords, releasing the past. You in the situation, you have it again. You see me holding the cards. I'm not setting you up. You have the Tower here. So there's a change and transformation that's monumental for you, Libra. I haven't seen the Tower come through so much for a while. It's been a complicated batch of energy for 6 months or so, but it hasn't actually shown up for people that much. And I feel as though this is the releasing the pressure kind of energy, allowing things to be alleviated. Communicating with people, all the different things on your mind, you're really thinking about the different permutations and opportunities that are around you, and you're trying to solicit out of those opportunities the right path or the right solution. Remember, so much is happening in Pisces. By the 17th, you have the Mercury and the Sun moving into Pisces, and then before that, Venus on the 10th of February. And so it is a month in which you are meant to focus on the day-to-day, on the tangible things that you are achieving. The Queen of Fire is a wonderful friend with whom you can do day-to-day activities with, such as exercise, socialize, but maybe more to do with health and nutrition. Someone who enjoys the time that they have, enjoys the things that they are doing in the moment. They're very present. Again, ooh, we have the star, Libra. The star represents the sign of Aquarius. So this is the new moon in Aquarius, and it's in this area where there's communication and love being extended to you in your life. And I feel as though this could be, you know, love at first sight type of situation. The star came out on the bottom of the deck for your first reading, so it's kind of exciting to see it again with this totally different set of cards. The Tower and the Star are coming up together again for you. And I think Sagittarius, Temperance card came up as well. So there is these themes that are coming through for you. You also have the Empress here, hopes and fears, hopes of motherhood, fears of motherhood, fears of your mother, who's scared of their mother. The outcome is the King of Air, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Maybe this is a man, or maybe this is you applying your discernment and looking at situations. And at the bottom we have the Nine of Wands. So this is a time in which you withdraw in and focus on what you have, focus on who you are and what you want out of life. So you're really applying your ambitions, and it's starting from a place where you feel as though you didn't make it, as though you had lost, as though you had failed at something, and you're dealing with it. And I think you're becoming stronger by taking a very clear look at the situation. The Tower can represent that you're looking at situation that didn't in some way work out for you, and you're accounting exactly what you had done to not deserve it, because, you know, I don't like placing blame on people like that, but in some way that you had solicited it, brought it around, that it happened because of a lack of information that you had. And so now you're kind of becoming empowered by taking an assessment of your circumstances from a safe position and really understanding where it came from or why it happened in the way that it did. I feel as though you're coming to terms with things, you're coming to a clear deduction and an understanding of the things that had happened, and you feel personally empowered by those things. You're learning from your mistakes of the past, letting the past go, and moving forward in a new direction. So far, I don't think it looks so bad for a reading. I feel as though in terms of the mid-month, you're doing the hard work, or maybe possibly there's a King of Air who's coming through for you really strong at this time, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, let's just move along and take a look at your heart-shaped spread for Valentine's Day. And although this theme of this reading was relationship related, the next reading is much more focused on thinking about soulmates, twin flames, and relationships. I have a very special deck that I got for you guys, and this is Usi, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a deck of romance, and so it's not very, it's subtly romantic, and it's really, really beautiful. So let me show you the cards. So it looks like a Marseille style deck, but it's a little bit more than that. It has it's a little bit of has a twist to it. And yeah, so let's do the heart-shaped spread for you and your partner now. Now, if you don't have a partner, the second part of the heart always represents that person that you're meant to be with. So basically the person, it represents the energy of your other half, as the next person who comes through to fill that role. Not like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, nothing casual. This is that person that you're moving towards in in the grand scheme of things, okay? So let's take a look at your spread. I'm going to give these a cut. So the month begins like this. So we have the Four of Swords, which is not so bad. It represents that you and your partner, or you are resting at this time individually or together. You're really in some way recuperating, resting, you know, kind of taking time off from the relationship or from other things that felt so forced and complicated. You have your ambition set on the Pope. So the Pope represents the ideal marriage, relationships. It can represent kind of an authority figure, community, joining with people in order to achieve a certain outcome. So this is what you're hoping for, is in the relationship. I do think that you are hoping for a more formal and serious relationship. You want camaraderie. You want a good relationship with your partner. You've also got the Devil, okay? The Pope and the Devil in one. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so the Devil represents sex. Maybe that you are lusty, or you're feeling the need to have a sexual dose in your relationship. In this context, I don't think it's bad at all. I think that you are looking for a relationship that has spirit in it, as well as a relationship that has like a sexual undertone to it. Your partner wants their soulmate. This is the Six of Cups. So your partner wants their soulmate. They want the ideal partner. They want a perfect relationship with someone who they really deeply trust. Page of Wands. Okay, so they want a vibrant spiritual partner, someone with whom they can participate in kind of exciting new adventures. Page of Wands always reminds me of someone who's just about to go on some amazing journey, and I feel as though they just really want your partner, that is, to live in an excited manner with regard to you. They want to feel that passion and excitement towards you. So the next two cards represent the next stage in the situation. So this is, and if there is not a person here, this is what your partner's up to. This is what you're up to in terms of love. So you're going on kind of a journey. You've got the Hermit here. You have all trumps, Libra. Don't you see that? So we have like a mission of the soul, trying to look at the situation in a deeper way, soul searching, understanding circumstances from a deeper level. Your partner, he or she has the Wheel of Fortune. So their life is greatly improving. They're going in new directions. They're excited about these new directions. They're trying to figure out what is the best opportunity to take. There's a lot of things coming through for them that's really beneficial to their well-being. Next, we have the Chariot. Now this represents advice cards. You're getting all trumps, you see? So you have the Chariot. Your advice is to open up your heart and be transparent and let the world change you. Let the world reciprocate with the world, connect with the world, understand all the things that it's bringing to you. The next message is the Page of Coins. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you too have a page. Both of these pages represent the ambition towards a new direction. And so the Page of Coins wants to achieve some kind of new physical direction, some type of new business opportunity, some type of new kind of purchase, maybe aspiring to buy something new, save money. That's your next step in your ambition with regard to love. So opening up your heart. And then the next thing that you should do is look to your horizons and see what kind of physical opportunities are around you. There are definitely a lot there. And then the next cards are advice cards for your partner. You can tell them if you know them, and if you don't know your partner, this will give you an idea of what they're up to. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. Your partner needs to save money. There's a lot at stake. They have possibly some good opportunities coming down for them in the future, and right now they just need to save what they have rather than use it. There's also the Five of Cups, so your partner might be involved in another relationship if you are not in a relationship with them now. They may have to face some kind of disappointment about a situation or a matter that they truly believe in. and they have to accept that fact that maybe their ambition isn't actually going to produce for them everything that they need. And that's that kind of Five of Cups is really about facing your ambition, understanding the limitations of what you can achieve, and being kind of accepting the fact that you kind of overstepped that boundary, or the world was not able to produce for you everything that you wanted. But the Five of Cups, they have to go through that stage. They have to really assess what they didn't get, and then move forward in a contented manner. You don't want someone who's wallowing in self-pity and remorse. You know, you definitely want to push past any energy like that, okay? There is a lot of potential for you, Libra, to make new friendships, and in particular when you give incentives like little gestures of kindness, help, presents, whatever. The outcome card is the Fool, so either you or your partner are beginning a new journey, really setting off. There's a huge transformation that's going on for them. There's a lot of love that's being communicated, in the relationship at this time. But that Fool represents the beginning of a new journey in a new direction, and really kind of broadening horizons about what you wish to achieve. Either you alone or with your partner will make that decision by the end of the month. The full moon happens in Virgo, which is your 12th house, which is somewhat spiritual. So there's these big kind of themes and ideas that are rocking your world right now, Libra. And so those themes and ideas set a precedent, and I feel like the precedent has changed for what your life is about. And I feel like your partner's going through lower arcana stuff more. Lower arcana represents maybe like more menial day-to-day events. So I feel like maybe in terms of love, you're the one who is making huge changes. There could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn who's coming through. There's the Taurus, there's Capricorn, there's Virgo, by the way. So there is that kind of strong earth energy that is around you at this time. Libra, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this Valentine's Day reading, and I wish you guys a great Valentine. If you guys want to stay tuned, I'm going to attach at the end of this video a clarification on the 2018 Love Expansion Guide. It's still available for you if you like it, and I will play that now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful February, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me, and I just wanted to let you know that if you link through in the videos at the end of this video, you will be able to get through to my Love Expansion Guide information video. A lot of people have questions about like the ins and outs of it, what's actually inside, and that video will have little samples of all the different content so you can see it and decide if you want it or not. That video, the guide is not going to be available for a long time longer, so you definitely want to get it while it's around, but I will be republishing it in other formats. So for now, we're just focusing on the New Year's, but then it's going to have different variations. So if you can't get it now, then you can get it later, but for now, it's a really, really good kit, and I can't guarantee that the same content will be in future guides. So go get it. I'm going to attach a little sample of maybe the sigil or maybe the Reiki session so you can get a look at it now. And then if you want to see samples of all the different content in the video, then just click through at the end of this video in the click-throughs with the finger, yes, to this introductory video. Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful February. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and welcome to this Reiki session for love in 2018. I wanted to tell you guys that I did this kit in order to elevate our own capacity to love in 2018. I feel like it's time. It's time that people embrace the full potential of what love can do for them in their lives, and to be open to receiving love and giving love. And I think we're at that stage in healing when we are really open to the possibilities of love. There's some really good omens that are happening right now around me, so this is a wonderful time to do this session. There's a hummingbird outside in the winter sun. It snowed last night, which is very rare on the west coast. We got about half a foot of snow, and it's all melting in the sunshine now. But this positive energy of the winter and the northern hummingbird is